here we are. This is some of what we do in the winter. Sort. Take a little inventory, see what we need to replace. One tackle box, one tackle bag, backpack, small tackle box. What's the cardboard box? Is that the overflow box? Is that what you...
Overflow.
Overflow. You...
What?
Bobbers. I've been after bobbers all winter and can't...
These are the extra ones that we found. I just threw in there.
And I have none.
Oh.
Anyway.
Yes, you do. We've been getting two of those. One for you, one for me. Boy.
Yours is all right there, obviously, and mine is in there.
These are our old ones.
Do they expire?
Yes.
Anyway, this is what we do. And what motivated this is I kind of put...
Yeah, that's the extra one that ain't been opened yet.
Extra what? Oh, braid, okay.
Like
Headlamp.
a stringer.
Not like we can really use them. I use mine. What motivated this is there's a tackle shop down the road in Thornport, next to Thornville, and they sell bang sticks and pew-pews. I'm not allowed to say the word that goes with that. I'm in enough trouble with YouTube already, ain't we?
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Get
Not-
stupid.
But anyway, I got to be careful on my wording. Anyway, it's a combined deal, and they're getting out of the tackle. So every bit of tackle and stuff in their inventory is 50% off till it's gone. They're liquidating. I went down Monday afternoon and stopped. I got me a couple of packs of hooks. That's what I needed. And of course she's wanting in on it, on the sale. And that's okay, you know, I'm not knocking that.
These in the overflow box.
But I told her before you go down there, you need to sort a little bit. Hey, there's my floating keychain I won with my trophy.
You've got one, I've got one.
Where's mine at?
In the box.
No, it ain't.
It is.
No, it ain't.
I just saw it.
I was just in my box.
I just saw the thing.
What was you doing in my box?
No, these are for the trees.
Yeah, that's your tree cutters so that you can cut it out of the tree. Anyway, they got a 50% off sale down there. I'll put a picture of the ad up here. Everything in stock, 50% off, fishing wise. So, but before I take her down there, I told her she's going to have to go through some of this stuff, see what she needed. You know, so we wouldn't overlook what she needs to get pretties. There's another roll of line up there against that back wall. Right there.
Oh, that's our other emergency stuff.
20-pound braid.
In case I had cut stuff off.
Yeah, I'm looking at buying braid, and we got braid everywhere here. See, this is why I wanted you to do that, dear. I'm out here spending all my allowance on this stuff, and you're hoarding it.
I don't think we really need these in there anymore, do we?
I don't know why you got your pliers and
Yeah.
your tree cutters there for those stick fish that you catch all the time.
So that comes out.
But
That's
anyway,
it.
she's to look through stuff and see if there's anything she needs to replace. IV catheter,
Our hook remover.
in case I need to start a line on you
Our
and
hook remover.
rehydrate you or something out there. But yeah, she needs to look through here and see if there's anything she needs or really wants that they'll have without buying double or triple stuff. of things she don't need. Now you can see this is a chore, but she was right put out when I told her she's going to go through this stuff first.
I don't see me using these.
And excuse me, and you can see why. Look at this: overflow box, bag, tackle box, tackle bag.
Is what it is.
One of them's got pretties in it that never see the light of day, or water, I should say. The pretties. But now, this place, it's a great little shop down there. Anybody that's local or in the region even, you know, check them out. They got other stuff in there, and but they're getting out of the tackle business. They're going to carry worms and bobbers and hooks, a few hooks, the bare minimum. They're right there at the end of Buckeye Lake. They're going to carry the bare minimum, but they're liquidating the rest of their inventory. Glow sticks. Give me those. Nope, these ain't the ones I use. That's the odd ones.
Yeah.
We picked up some odd ones somewhere, yeah. But anyway, as a result of that, before she goes down there, she's got to go through this stuff and see if there's anything she needs so we can pick it up. Not that she's restricted to that, but during this 50% off everything sale, we want to make sure we both get what we want and need. I picked up my Gamakatsu circle hooks for the catfishing. That was my big thing. Of course, a few bobbers, you know, but we'll not go there just now. That apparently hit a sore spot. Even more bobbers. Uh-oh. There's that bobber you put the glow stick in
Yes, it is.
that you stole from me, that I invented.
Did not steal it. We just figured that out. You did.
And what happened to my bobber in your box there? So anyway, yeah, I said we had some tackle sorting coming up. That was before I knew there was a sale, but and there's more bobbers down in there.
No little ones.
So, but yeah, mainly just to look through, kind of sort a little bit, and see if there's anything she needs that we want to make sure we pick up.
Sit next to the room.
And
An old one.
so here we are.
Maybe trash.
Yeah, worms will melt a lot of things. The older tackle boxes, the trays in it, whatever they was made of, you know, if a worm laid in it long enough, it would melt the form into it and discolor it and stuff. I had one of those like that. The old Powell tackle box that Crackhead stole here several years ago. I'd like to see him. I got something for him.
Yep.
I've still got something for him. Or any other crackhead thieves. If that offends you and you're a crackhead, don't watch our channel. Unsubscribe. If you're a crackhead thief, we don't want you. So. But anyway, she asked me, does that include the overflow box? I didn't know there was an overflow box. Apparently there is. So, plenty of hooks laying there of that matter. Or of that nature of hook. I like the circle hooks for catfishing. I got a few different sizes for different applications. I got them all the way up to a 9/0 for the river.
Oh, yeah. I even have those in there. I'll never get into them.
You need a bigger hook in the rivers, so.
I'm thinking that would make more room for that.
Jeez. Let's see what you're taking out here. Okay. Bear with me, folks. Okay, some tubes, tube worms, and small crappy type stuff. Soft plastics. And this other one is different hooks. You got, I don't know where you got those kind of big treble hooks at.
I don't either. Okay. They're floating around in there for a while.
Okay. I'm after some smaller ones.
Oh, trebles?
Yeah. I got my list made out. They got some in the sizes I want for trout. So, with the little coils on them to hold the trout nuggets and that sort of thing. So. What kind of gamakatsu hooks are those? Oh, okay, that's the offset for the worms, soft plastic worms. There you go. I just look and see what they was.
Now we need to
Stickies? What stickies?
put those in there.
Finely crafted hooks, EWGs, extra
I
wide
think
gap.
they came in one of those boxes,
Okay, extra wide gap.
those surprise boxes.
All right. Those are for your wacky rigs. Wacky rig hooks is what they'll work best for.
Cool.
So, whatever you take for your wacky rig and that sort of thing, put those with it.
Okay.
But the extra wide gap works best for the wacky rigs.
Do that.
Yeah, here I am scrounging together my allowance. I'm cutting back on gas and everything else, you know, so I can have a little extra money to buy fishing line. And look, big spools of it there. And this is just the first box. Lord knows where any more might be. Watch her laugh. She knows. She knows. And we could use about a size 16-foot pontoon boat to haul all this stuff on too.
We only take one or two with us when we do
Just
this.
kidding, guys. And she's right. We only take one or two. And if you haven't figured out yet, or you're just joining us, or just haven't paid no attention, we take daytime stuff when we hit it. We go mid to late in the afternoon, before evening. Mid-afternoon, about 3, 4 o'clock. We get the evening bite. Then we go back and we trade out the daytime gear for the nighttime stuff, for the catfishing, and extra shirts and stuff like that because, you know, the dew falls and you get soaked.
Yeah, we do.
We get in the water, we get soaked, so you need a little change of something for when that night cool sets in, that night damp cool sets in.
Yeah.
So we trade out for the night. You know, every trip we go, we make it worthwhile unless everything's just going plumb wrong that day, which happens. How many stringers are you going to put in there?
Both of them.
Okay.
Might need one for emergency something or other.
All right. I'm just curious. You got stringers in your other ones?
I don't know.
You might check your backpack bag out there. See if you got one in it before you put them all into one. Yeah, those EWGs, extra wide gap, that's your wacky rig business.
And that one.
Let's see what we got. No, there's some extra wide in there. Get rid of those silver ones. I've had those for 20, 25 years with the black tips. I've never caught anything on them. So I really don't use it. I mean, you got some wide gaps in there you want to separate in that with them. There's 2 or 3 wide gaps in there. See them?
Oh.
Yeah, we use those. So yeah, separate those out, not your overflow. Yeah. But yeah, That's your wacky rig stuff. And that sort of thing, if you're using a big bait that you need a little extra gap on. But those are just kind of, yeah. I don't know where I got them. I've had them forever. I mean, literally forever. And I've used them a couple of times and never caught anything on them. I don't know if it's the collar or what. But since I ain't caught nothing on them, I don't use them. You know, I find something that I catch on and go with that.
Alright, so we'll work on switching out one of those boxes. Big hooks.
DWGs. But yeah, you got that wacky rig setup thing, so keep those.
It's got one little hook in it, or one long one.
Okay, a real long shank one, okay. We like those long shank ones for night crawlers. You know, we're big on night crawlers. Pretty fond of them. They do good stuff. There's the headlamp. Your floaty. So if you're about done there, I'll get a look. Got some sinkers.
Probably not heavy enough to keep those pliers up out of the water, is it?
Probably not. Test it in the sink here if you want to get your pliers wet. Hey, you made me test my cell phone in that bag. Spinners, cast and plug, the hooks you just put in there, some more hooks, more spinners, sinkers down here. Oh, the adapters to put the glow sticks on bobber stems if we're using the stem type bobbers. Another cast and plug. There's that bobber I put a hole in that you put those glow sticks in. It works with these cheap bobbers. A couple of hula poppers, bobber, more assorted soft plastics, a big glow stick, a knife.
I don't know if that's right, but I'll trim these down and put them on here. I'll trim this down and then stick it there and then tie the thread.
To hold it in place, you mean?
Yeah.
Got some hard baits going on here.
And these two we found, I think.
Yeah. So anyway, there's what's in that. The overflow box.
The overflow box.
Fly up here. Okay, that was those trucks. There's some Rage swimmers. More Rage. Soft baits with big attitudes. Different colors. Where are you coming up with all these Rebel lures? I kind of collect it. What?
A special friend.
I kind of been looking for him.
For who?
This guy.
You've got one in your box. Pretty sure.
I don't have a gold one of those.
You're not getting that one either.
I'm hurt. I am. We got some spinner jig heads. Got a big crawdad. Got the green grasshopper. The gold grasshopper. And him.
You need to look in your box again. Pretty sure that one's in there. Don't you?
I'm stabbed right in the heart here. You just might as well take those big, long handled scissor things out there and just stick me right in the heart. Yeah, stick me.
Is that scissors?
Stick me. It's got a point on it, just stick me. I'm going to have to treat you like I did the kids when they was teenagers, ain't I? I'm going to have to just get your stuff out while you're gone and go through it. Ain't I? Just see what you got going on in your life. Occasionally you got to do that with kids. You don't like it, but you got to do it. And who am I kidding? Yeah, you like it. No.
No, not that bucket.
Snot rags.
A sweat rag. That's our tree rag.
What?
Our tree rag. When we go back out.
Oh, that we hang on that tree out in the middle of nowhere?
Yep. Now this thing's almost empty.
So we can see it at night?
Yep. Huh. I need to fill this back up.
Uh-oh, there's the turtle with the spinning feet, a mouse,
They're in there, that's why.
a bass. You can open that right now. You are so busted. You've got two of them. Oh, that's the bumblebee. It took me 12 years to get a bumblebee past her. Spider. A frog.
Yeah. These are in the other one.
Kind of need to get them all together, don't you? If you got room. Yeah, buying those cheap stringers, they're like 97 cents, so we could get one in each thing we had. You know, we'd always have a string.
There's your string.
Okay.
Extra thread.
More line?
Make sure I keep that one close.
Is that the old licenses?
Yeah.
Not too close, got our address on it.
Yes, I know where it is.
We got more braid. That's three things of
Scissors.
braid. And that's my pouch that I won at the Catfish Derby too, ain't it?
Yep. Sure is.
I'm grateful you let me keep my trophy at least. What? You've absconded with everything else.
You weren't using it.
Where's it at?
What else did I take out of that?
I don't know. Nothing that I know of.
Seems like something was missing.
Was it that little thing?
No.
That little container down there?
For when I'm out away from you. Instead of calling you all the way where I'm at. What?
USB chargeable? Make sure you charge
Yeah.
it before we take off this year.
Yeah. That's right.
Boy, if we just ain't Miss Independent here, huh?
Try.
Says hi. 213 pounds.
It is not.
Well, you was on it there. I just... How much?
We've got full battery on it still.
All right.
I think it turns itself off.
Yep, 213 pounds it read. Didn't it?
You wish. If it did, you better watch out.
Why, was it reading a little light?
That would be my strength.
More bobbers.
Oh, that's where that thing went. Okay, my knife.
Quick update. You know, we got these fillet knives. The park up here, this past year, when it opened March 1st, had a new sign. No firearms or weapons of any kind. I went to battle with them, and it took 9 months. And it took the involvement of an organization to get that lifted, ultralight hooks. Because, you know, state law says that cities and towns and jurisdictions can't do that in public parks, public areas and stuff. It took a 9-month battle.
Can't tell if that one's supposed to be like that or what.
Pitch it if there's any, I don't think it is. All offset and stuff. It might be, but
That just looks weird.
we don't have much luck with offset stuff like that. Anyway, and you know, our fillet knives fell into that weapons category even. You know, disregard everything else but our fillet knives, my utility knife in my toolbox in the van, stuff like that wasn't allowed, you know. And I asked them, you know, why, who authorized that, to council, different things, and this went back and forth for 9 months. And there's a lot of people that don't like me, and there's a lot of people mad at me over that, and I don't care. But, you know, we go up there to that park, and it's fun. We enjoy the place. We really like it. And they come up with that. And anyway, all that got lifted. I will put a picture up here of the... What's that? What is that?
Another bubble.
I feel like Gunny on Full Metal Jacket. What is that? When he found the footlocker unlocked.
I think that's a sinker.
Another bobber.
Imagine that.
But anyway,
What are you doing
one of
running
your
around these?
wackies. A 9-month battle. They have taped over that part of the rules because it is illegal. It's against state law. State Supreme Court ruled that they can't do that in 2008, and I called them to task on it, and I made some enemies. There's your more spiders.
That we can put these
And I don't care. But like I said, you know, I asked us our fillet knives. If we get caught with fillet knives up there, what's the penalty? Do we go to jail? Is it considered concealed? And they couldn't answer, wouldn't answer. They could, they wouldn't, and they knew I had them. But it took 9 months to get that rescinded. And but that battle is over. Yeah, there's your wacky rig stuff. You want to put your wacky rig hooks in that bag, since all your rigging, what I mean by rigging is you got the O-ring kit and the thing to apply the O-rings there to hook the hook through on a wacky rig setup.
What do you mean?
Your extra wide gap hooks that you put in
Oh,
here.
in here.
Yeah, since that's where all that rigging is. It was in that brown envelope and stuff. Got Helgramites and all kinds of stuff in there.
Oh, there you are. My weights.
Oh, okay. So, anyway, we can carry our fillet knives up there now without having to worry about getting... Oh, let me bleep that word out. Without dire consequences for carrying concealed weapons of some nature. But yeah, you know they're going to be on me up there, watching me like a hawk deer.
Yeah.
And I don't care. We don't do anything illegal that we know of. We do our best to know laws and don't violate. It's that little flexible thing, ain't it?
Yeah. There's 4 of them.
But at the same token, why can't you go to a fishing hole without a fillet knife? What's the deal with that? That's the
That would be-
stupidest thing I ever heard.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. You have to take your fillet knife and anything you got in a toolbox out like that. Dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. But there's the flexibles. But that's what you get when you get a director that's just all full of themselves.
Yeah.
And what I say goes. No, best be checking the laws on stuff. Because there's some little malcontent somewhere like me that's going to call you to task on it. But yeah, by following those rules, the fillet knives, anything that they could interpret as a weapon, you couldn't have. And like I say, is that a utility knife? Is that my hammer in the toolbox? You know, it's who is they and what's their interpretations.
Right.
So anyway, we won a big 2A battle here in town. And that wasn't the only place. They have had to adjust signs in other places that was also illegal for them to do. So I don't want politics on this channel. You know, you remember we had City PD sit back there in the corner and watch us one evening.
Yep.
Backed up in the corner opposite us and just sat. So, while all this was going on.
I don't reckon they'll get too tangled up, will they?
No, they'll be all right. Now, I specifically asked, does a fillet knife fall in that? We don't have to answer that. And that's what they told me. We don't have to answer that. Well, I'm afraid you do, you know.
Yeah.
You got caught short, and you know it and won't admit it. So. Now your little hard baits, yeah.
Yeah.
Little,
Grubs.
little goby looking thing.
There.
One of those silica desiccant things.
You can't hurt.
No.
As wet as it, some of this stuff gets.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's not been my pastime this summer, but that's been a big part of it. Is back and forth with them, and you know, I got another organization involved, and 2.5 hours later I got sent this picture again, you know, of what they had done on it. Now they're going to have to get new signs or permanently mark that out. Yeah, the
My
big
new
rat.
rat. My new rat.
You got,
That's that fit in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pardon the lighting here, everybody. You know, it's they don't build places with overhead lights anymore.
Ha! Look at that.
Yeah.
Turtle can go.
Both his hind feet spin around there and make double propellers. It's like a twin engine boat going across the water. Do that again, yeah. He creates a pretty good wake and rooster tail.
Yeah, he does.
So if there's anything in there that attracts attention, he's going to make mad. It's that thing.
Yeah. Oh, hooks.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know that we need anything. You know, I got some circle hooks that I like to use. And that's really about all I needed. I wanted, but the floaty thing on her pliers.
Just in case.
Now, there was a period there she made me wear my phone in a waterproof pouch wrapped around my neck.
After you kept dropping your phones in.
There's only two.
Two's enough. Boy.
One's resting comfortably in about 40 foot of water just below the Pomeroy Mason Bridge in the Ohio River. Another one went overboard in Tycoon Lake. And she took exception to that. Yeah, the wide gaps.
These two.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're doing that wacky rig wide gap thing, probably best keep them with that. So.
Goes in there.
right?
Yep. There. Oh,
And I ain't saying you can't catch it on a regular hook on a wacky rig configuration, but the wide gaps, you got a better chance that more of that hook is stuck out there to hook them with.
makes sense. Alright, so that one has a stringer, this one has a stringer. We have an extra.
What's this stuff? Does that go in the...
Stuff that I ain't been using.
Oh, okay, that's going in your overflow box.
Yeah.
Or with it for the moment anyway, unless you want to pick something out and add to. Overflow box.
Older stuff.
Jig heads. I've been over more than double. A couple of little flies in there. A couple of frogs in there. And some more
Weird stuff.
rooster tails.
I think that was in one of those boxes.
Or come out of that dollar bin down at Vance's.
Itty bitties. I think they came out of one of those Chinese boxes.
Where did we get Chinese boxes?
Those bass boxes.
Oh,
The surprise boxes.
yeah.
Alright, you go back in there.
He ain't closed and latched.
This one? Oh, it's not.
Yeah. Get you a mess going on there. You ain't careful.
Yeah, that would be ugly. Yeah.
Mystery
I
tackle.
still missed him going back in.
Mystery tackle box. That's what we're trying to say. The MTBs, mystery tackle boxes here. Let me see your worm there for a minute while you're getting situated. Anyway, she got that bag of O-rings and that tool that puts them on there. And you put this on and just hook the worm through the O-ring. And you don't weaken your worm body by hooking it through the worm.
Right.
So, but yeah, you put the head of the worm in that hole, take your O-ring and just roll it up the tube there and off onto the worm wherever you want it.
Yep.
So that saves your worm from, you're not splitting it, you know, making it weak prematurely. Of course, if you hook up a bigger bass on it, it's going to chew the worm up anyway, but
Oh, yeah.
you wouldn't know that. Oh, that was cold, wasn't it?
It is what it is. One day. One day.
This, I take it, is mostly soft plastics in that bag.
Yeah. Should be anyway.
Let's see.
Extra frogs on my duck.
My goodness.
Some of this stuff will probably go with us this spring.
Got some hard baits there. There's your mouse. You better get your mouse in with the rest of them.
See, there's a couple of them that needs to come out. Specials.
A couple of mice in there.
Yep. And my bluegill.
So yeah, I'm not the city's favorite son right now. probably never will be. I don't care. You get all your mice and spiders and everything in one. Your duck, there's a mouse, that bluegill, there's a mouse in there. And what is that, a different, no, that ain't a mouse, is it?
What?
That green thing, green tail. This.
Oh, that's a frog.
Oh, okay. And a frog.
That's a holopopper frog.
All right. So, get all that.
Those need to go in there.
Huh?
We need to put those in there.
And your duck.
My duck.
You need a yellow one, actually. That actually looks like a baby duck.
Well, I got the black because I was thinking the shadow. But
Well,
looks
I
like a
know,
duck.
but you need a yellow one, because that's...
Yeah, we'll look for one.
I was at a neighbor's house. I stopped down, there was another neighbor and friend fishing in his pond. I stopped by there to see if he was doing any good. He had some ducks and a line of baby ducks following a mama duck around on that pond. So I stopped in there and was talking to him, and I heard kerploosh. And I looked over the corner of the pond, and mama duck and the baby ducks were scrambling up on the shore, raising 3 kinds of cane. And the other guy, he was telling me he had seen 2 of them get eat by something there since he had been there, you know, that being the second one. Well, 30 minutes or so passed, whatever I was there, and 2 more ducks got ate. You know, mama duck wasn't very smart. She'd bail back on that water, and the baby ducks follow her, like they do. And another one get took. Then they'd hit the bank there and raise 3 kinds of stink for a little while and hit the water again. And anyway, I think I seen 3 and a total of 5 baby ducks got took that day by whatever was in that pond. And you know, the neighbor had the pond. He had some theories on what was happening to his baby ducks and stuff. And his theory wasn't correct, as we seen that day. It was his fish taking them.
Oh, yeah.
And, or at least those anyway. There might have been some more at play there, I don't know.
I'd say it was whatever fish
But,
he's
yeah.
got in there.
Curse. Boom! You'd hear that water hit, and the ducks carry on. There'd be 1 less baby duck. But those ducks were yellow, so you need a yellow duck.
Yeah. Okay.
Predominantly yellow, you know, a bright color that attracted them. Well, that's a nice set of pliers, ain't it?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
You're welcome. But he had some other theories on what was going on with his ducks. Now your mom, when she lived down from us there, and in between us and he had some chickens come up missing. A chicken come up missing every day. Well, her mom, rest her soul and bless her heart, would sit there in her living room and watch this red fox come over and snag a chicken every morning, right about daybreak, a little after, and go running off into the woods with a chicken.
Yeah, he gets to stay put.
And I don't know what. He gets to what?
Stay put in that one. He's old. He's a nice big one, but he's getting rusty and old.
Okay. I don't know what was on her mind or didn't occur to her, a jitterbug. Hold on, don't close that up.
Okay.
This, a holopopper, when I was a little kid, I got my 202. It wasn't this color, it was the black and white one, you know, the standard. That was the thing. If you had a holopopper fishing in the pond back home, you was king of the world. And then came the jitterbug. Same thing. You had arrived if you had the holopopper and the jitterbug. That was big time back when I was in 1st grade, thereabouts. I just got my first 202. And there was some fish in that pond. There's a lot of people caught a lot of good fish. over the years. And but now when you're in first grade, if you got a hula popper or a jitterbug out there, you're popping that water, you're big time. That was,
Yeah, we need to find Abby some.
back in that day, you know, when you're that young, you had arrived. So, but anyway, back to her mom. You know, that red fox come over and snag a chicken every morning. She got sick there with cancer, and I was down there one morning when it took place. And she was sitting there, and like I said, I don't know why it didn't occur to her to say something to our neighbor. She said, "Yeah, that fox comes over every morning and gets a chicken for breakfast." And I'm like, "Arlene, did it not occur to you to say something to somebody?" She looked at me like that was the best idea in the world. It just never occurred to her. And, you know, that man, he watches the channel. He knows what I'm talking about. He's missing a chicken every morning, and her mom, I said, rest her soul, sitting there watching out her front window, watching that fox come snag breakfast every morning and take off with it. Probably feeding a den of kits, and but that was the big mystery solved, his ducks and his chickens. We lived in the country. There was a bear. Everybody's seen the bear but me. She's seen it. Your neighbor's seen it. He went down to that neighbor's pond to drink. We had a real hot, droughty summer one year. And I think that was about '06. We'd come off our hill out of our woods, so he lived up in there somewhere. Everybody's seen that bear but me. I was mowing up the hill one day. I heard a neighbor woman stand down there at the foot of the driveway, waving frantically at me, so I come ripping off the hill in the mower. Kicked it neutral, free-flowing, because the way they was going, something was bad wrong. Got down there, you better get off that hill, that bear just ran across the top of the hill above you there. And I still never seen the bear. So, but yeah, ducks. The moral of that story is you need a yellow duck, not a black one, okay?
Right.
Because that's what we was watching get eat that day.
We'll look for one.
And but natural colors, yeah, I understand the shadow, the silhouette thing and all that, but you still need to go natural color stuff. But yeah, you know, she would spend a night with her. She worked at the local hospital and worked 12-hour day shifts. She'd spend a night with her, and they'd pretty much mostly sleep. And I'd go down and relieve her in the morning, sit with her during the day until Sonia got off work. And sitting there one morning, here come that fox, just trotting along through there like it owned the place. Went in, snagged the chicken, trotted off with the chicken up into the woods. And
You did own the place.
it does that every morning.
He said, "Thank you for my breakfast."
Arlene, didn't it occur to you you might want to say something to somebody? And the stunned look on her face like it never occurred to her. She wasn't well either, so.
No, she
Yeah.
wasn't.
You know, by that time she wasn't very well with the cancer, and it probably didn't occur to her. But that's kind of fun we've had in our lives, you know. Yeah, we're thinking coyotes, different things like that neighbor and I, and
Oh, that's not gonna work.
it was a cheesy prize in the cooler that I won in the tournament thing. So it might have a cheap chain on it.
Yeah.
All right. You can get a better one, or you can zip tie it to something. So,
Oh, I was gonna put those in there. That needed to go back in there, didn't it?
did it come out of there,
Come out of that
or
one.
did it come out of the black one?
Yeah, it didn't come out of that one.
No. Okay. Well, unless it fit in the front.
One of them was in the front. Yeah, it does go in
Yeah, you don't take that out anyway. That's another overflow.
there. Yep. Ask me other overflow.
put it up here. Or we'll go that way. See, and you wonder why I got smaller batteries and stuff to lighten the load in the boat. We're carrying all this stuff.
Yeah, we definitely need to get our regular hooks.
Yeah.
Our bluegill hooks.
Not bluegill, but the long shanked with the barbs on it for the crawlers, yeah. I haven't seen any over at Walmart.
Oh, we need some of the little ones too.
Do we?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I have any.
All right. So, let me ask you, in all this, have you come up with a list?
Nope. If I like it, I'll grab it.
Say that again?
If I like it, I'm going to grab it.
Not every day you run across a 50% off sale on everything in stock.
Right.
So, I'm going to get a couple more colors of trout bait, the jars of stuff. I do go trout fishing with a couple of buddies. We ain't never caught a trout, but we do go trout fishing. We have a good time, and that's what we do it for. We go out to have a good time. And same with saugeye in Buckeye Lake. We don't think they exist. We think it's just urban legend like Loch Ness and all that. They really don't exist, but everybody talks about them because we have fished for that, and we ain't caught one yet either. So, but, huh. Abby, when she was in preschool, when she was real young, they taught her that sign language before she could talk.
It was the best thing that school ever did.
And we'd get her regular all the time for a couple of days, few days. She'd be giving us sign language and had no idea what she was saying. We had to learn the sign language to communicate with that baby. We didn't communicate with babies before, and it wasn't a big deal. You eventually figured it out. But that made it so much nicer.
Oh, it did.
When she wanted more or she was done and different things like that, she had sign language for it. And I'm talking about
drink.
a year old or something, there's a difference between eating and drinking sign language. And
it was fantastic.
But we had to learn sign language.
Done.
And I forget what it is now, we haven't used it. But yeah, she's a year old, ain't walking or nothing, giving us sign language. Went to work one day at the medic station, stopped by there to see somebody. Had her with us, and she just flailing around there. And there's one lady there, bless her heart. I miss working with her. What's she saying now? What's she saying now? I have no idea. Yeah, just arms moving around and stuff. And I just got here myself. Sorry. But, yeah, Abby. A year old, doing sign language, we had to learn to communicate with her.
I made it a whole lot easier.
It did. Instead of guessing like we did back in the old days with our kids, the kid could actually tell you what she wanted once you learned the sign language. Huh? So you have no list. You're going to impulse buy what looks pretty. Are you actually going to put it in one of your usable boxes or an overflow box, or you don't know yet? Depends on what it is, huh?
Yep. What I'm missing. I don't know what to do with it.
Is it one you put in here? Yeah. All right, that's going to wrap it up. There's her stuff. Kind of a look at it. We didn't get in depth piece by piece. We ain't going to.
I kind of did.
I've got 55 minutes of video here right now. Just going over the high spots. So this is going to be a long one, but it's winter time and we ain't got nothing else to put up. But we need to keep some content up. We're trying to crawl out of this hole that we got let down into on YouTube.
We didn't get let down into it. They just plunged us into it.
Yeah, they pulled the algorithms for some reason. YouTube's getting a little funny. You know, a lot of people's migrating to Rumble.
Rumble.
We've got a Rumble channel. We've had a Rumble channel since Rumble came around, maybe a couple of years ago. I went ahead and reserved the name on there for no other reason than it was there, and you know, I wanted our Tiny Boat Fishing name on it.
A backup.
So it's been sitting there. I got a couple of holiday videos, Merry Christmas or New Year's or something like that, just as placeholders. We haven't done anything on Rumble. We have no plans on it. But YouTube's getting pretty squirrely lately. There's a lot of people making mass exoduses from YouTube to other formats.
Yeah.
We're not planning on it. We have no intentions on it. But you never know. We have done something to aggravate them. There's been a little alcohol on our channel, a little bit of firearms. There's been some background music playing on radios and stuff that they say is fine, but they point it out. You know, we're not overlaying it. One time, we did. It was Like a Rock by Bob Seger while we was picking Abby up one day. They never said a word about that. It was playing on the radio. It wasn't directly overlaid on the video, you know, as part of the video.
Right.
It was background. You know, we get a little alcohol, a little firearm action here and there, just light stuff, nothing. But YouTube wants stupid people doing ignorant things. And, you know, a real channel has to do with real stuff, real life. They're starting to alienate a lot of channels like that here lately. And some of my channels I subscribe to is no longer there. They've done left.
Yep, we're not the only ones that are doing it too.
Yeah, so. Anyway, that's a wrap. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five tackle boxes. And you got stuff in there that you've been hiding from me.
Well, it's not like I have a closet full of shoes. It's fishing stuff.
This stuff's more expensive. We will see you all on the next one.
Bye.